based on conversations that I shared with leaders of the Roman Catholic Church in Africa. I look into the context that they've come from and the way that those contexts have impinged on the way that they've practiced their work as religious leaders and the way in which they've contributed toward rebuilding their country since independence. The time of great difficulty, really, for many, many people. Yeah, the Cardinals were all incredibly impressive men. Slowly but surely they affected me more and more profoundly with each one that I interviewed. All of them were incredibly peaceful, but also incredibly powerful and masculine individuals. And I think that I was drawn pretty much to all of them and admired all of them very, very much. There are a number who are particularly interesting. Peter Turkson, who's in Rome. He's originally from Ghana. He's a very young man by comparative standards, and he's a very dynamic and engaging character. Cardinal Monsengo from the Democratic Republic of Congo has been, at one stage, president of a transitional government that took his country out of the Mobutu regime and into something more hopeful, if nothing else. And Cardinal Wamala in Uganda, who led one of the most successful campaigns against HIV across Africa, was an incredibly gentle and welcoming man. So all in all of them were very impressive. It's hard to pick one over all the others. Yeah, Cardinal dos Santos was, when I first met him, he was actually asleep. We had to wake him up, and he was incredibly old and laughing that actually nobody, including himself, had any idea how old he was, but that he knew he was somewhere around 100. Dos Santos, along with Gonçalves and another man, Denis Singulain, who was head of the Anglican Church in Mozambique, were responsible for getting the two sides involved in the civil war that had devastated the country to come together. And Gonçalves actually rode a motorbike into the bush, having been delivered in secret with a blindfold on, to meet with the rebels of the opposing forces and convince them to come and talk to the government and begin to negotiate peace. So they had some very, very interesting stories like that. Just so you know, I went to South Africa, Mozambique, Uganda, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Ghana, various other places to find and talk with the cardinals of the church and to consider what they are doing for peace, reconciliation, education, health, communication in different nations and for different people in Africa. In the book, I've also recorded the way that that experience affected me as a Western woman and the kind of ideas that I realised were completely out of kilter with African realities. The book is being sold today by a representative of the Mustard Seed Bookshop, which is the Catholic bookshop in Lidcombe. I hope that what the book will do, particularly by the story that I write about myself, the journey that I took in writing it, if I can use a fairly cliched word, is to demonstrate the complexities of Africa, of religion, of spirituality that we tend not to appreciate, the unknown unknowns that we don't take care of when we make assumptions about Muslim-Christian divides, about the way that people think. It's far too hard to make a judgment of somebody's spirituality or decisions that they make just by looking from the outside, and we need to take care in the way that we attend to other people and what might be driving them. Context is everything.